Okay, got a clarification on TikTok asking that single-family homes are exempt from the rental caps of the Tenants Protection Act contained in Civil Code Section 1947.12. They can raise the rents over 10%. Is that correct? Hi, my name is Rob Wells. I'm the Landlord Warrior on TikTok and YouTube. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our videos. Now, generally speaking, to answer this TikToker's question, the answer is generally yes. Okay, single-family homeowners or owners of single dwellings, such as condos, that type of deal. You know, one house on one deed usually are exempt from the rental caps contained in Civil Code Section 1947.12 or the Tenants Protection Act. Okay, that's contained under Civil Code Section 1947.12 subdivision D5. Okay, but the caveats are this. Okay, the owner can't be a real estate investment trust or a REIT or a corporation. Okay, or if your limited liability company has a corporation as a member. Okay, or a REIT. Okay, those are the conditions. So for our mom and pop landlords that own their properties in their individual name or their revocable trust, or if they have an LLC but all the members of the LLC are natural persons, then you're exempt from the Tenants Protection Act, conditioned on that you give the written disclosure to your tenant at the onset of their tenancy, stating that they are exempt from the Tenants Protection Act with this the statutory disclosure, basically saying that they're not subject to the rental limits imposed in Civil Code Section 1946.12 and just cause eviction. Okay, like as long as you have that statutory disclosure, it's a pretty, anyone that's dealt with the Tenants Protection Act that will know what that is, basically. And that's the only caveat. Okay, if you don't have that written exemption in your tenancy is subject to all the provisions of the Tenants Protection Act, and you're gonna have to add that provision somehow legally in your tenancy. In many cases, we have to do a change in terms of tenancy and give 30 days notice and put that in the tenancy, because a lot of times, like, someone might do a lease, it's for a year, you got to wait till the renewal of the lease to add that on, or let the tenancy go month to month in many cases. So it just kind of depends on your circumstances. Okay, once you have that disclosure in there, you are exempt from the Tenants Protection Act, and you could raise the rents above 10% should you wish. Okay, all right. Just as a side note, remember, if you do raise rents over 10%, you have to give a 90 days notice at minimum, basically. And also too, being exempt from the Tenants Protection Act does not excuse you from Penal Code Section 396. So if the governor or your local government officials have declared a state of emergency, you may be capped at 10% or less until the state of emergency expires plus 30 days. Okay, so that's just a side note. All right, for all those folks affected by the fires in LA, and I know there's some fires going on now, so just keep that in mind. Okay, but yes, you can raise the rent over 10% if you're a single family homeowner. One other caveat as well too, and this is like the trap that some landlords end up in. If you have a single family home, right, and let's say you build like an accessory dwelling unit in the backyard, you build an ADU or junior efficiency unit, one of those things, you're not a single dwelling. You don't qualify for the single dwelling exemption anymore, because now you have two. Okay, so just be careful for my landlords that build ADUs and so forth, or have ADUs. You've taken yourself out of the Tenants Protection Act. Okay, the ADU itself might have an exemption because if it has a certificate of occupancy obtained within the last 15 years or issued within the last 15 years, the ADU might possibly be exempt, but your main single family dwelling home might not be. So, side note. Landlords, if you're in the Northern California area and you have a rental increase question, or you're having an issue about, increasing the rent, or you need help increasing the rent, feel free to reach out. We might be able to help out. Put your comments, questions down below. Until next time, folks, we'll talk to you then. Thanks.